welcome to another episode. I'm not covering news and streamers. I'm just gonna do what I did on my live stream, where I'm just gonna cover shit that I would just browse and just give my thoughts on it. So, I was browsing Twitter and I saw this. This morning, ICE agents came to Dodger Stadium and requested permission to access the parking lots. They were denied entrance to the grounds by the organization. Tonight's game will be played as scheduled. And then ICE saying, false, we were never there. And there's literally video and evidence of this. They were all on TikTok. That's why I like TikTok. I feel like a lot of people woke up during the pandemic. They were like, wait a minute, if Oracle, Apple, and Google, wasn't there another security breach? Apple, security, Google. There was another one that just happened right here. Yeah, China's stealing all your passwords, guys. They're stealing all your information. And then the people that were in the pandemic were like, wait a minute, dude, I'm gonna go over there. And they found out, oh shit, this is a better app than Instagram. And people are speaking their mind over here. They're not stealing data, because how is that different than what any of these other companies are doing? This is all for the cyber. It's for this shit. It's just like they did the event, right? Event. I don't know if I can talk about this kind of stuff, but it's kind of crazy that they did a exercise about a thing that was gonna happen in the world, and they were like, we weren't prepared for it, but they literally. All right, whatever. But then you can look into this stuff if you want. But yeah, kind of funny. Who's gonna fact check the government? It's like the IRS being like, yeah, we found us innocent, not guilty of any wrongful doing. So funny to me. Oh, and then this movie coming out? What could this movie be about, guys? Do you think Jordan Peele's go ahead and exposing the deep state and the rituals and stuff that goes on underground?
What's it like being the GOAT?
Oh, well, interesting. The blood ring, a reference to the blood ring. Interesting.
I used to think it was a blessing.
Oh shit! Oh shit, dude, I know that place.
I used to think it was a blessing.
Oh, dude, where is this place, dude? Where is this place? Find it black and white. This is a place, bro. This is someone's house. Right here. Where is this place? Clearly the same place. No, is that the same place? Oh shit, dude. I recognize that. I can go into it. New Orleans Saints logo. What it means, right? Human trafficking, 2020. Oh, crazy! Isn't it crazy? Why there's so much money in major sports? But I must be crazy to think that Juice WRLD selling his soul was a real thing, right?
I'm finna sell my soul. I'm gonna hit y'all when I'm through. I'm gonna be rich as hell. All right.
Yeah, remember that scene? Remember that shot right there? Remember that shot? Here. But let's go back to this movie, because I want to know whose place they're doing this at.
And now, I realize what's
The
the use
baptism.
of having it.
Oh, bag of blood? Oh shit, I wonder what this is about, dude. I wonder what this could possibly be about, without saying too much. Drop that.
One day you have to give it all up. If you want to be the GOAT, you have to take it from me.
What are we doing?
Do you want this?
Yes, I want this. What are you?
Is that the Eye of Providence? Wow, that is the Eye of Providence. It's the Eye of Providence right here. I'm not ever wondering what this even means. Like, why is it on our dollar bill? Why is it everywhere, right? But it looks like this is another black and white. Oh my god, is that a summoning circle? Oh my god, it's a summoning circle. Holy shit, bowl of water, sacrificial dagger, wand, candles, the whole 9 yards, dude. But hey, dude, that's not real, bro. Don't look into any of that shit. This is clearly not a black versus white type of thing.
What's the use?
Right? Black person versus the white person type of thing. Sonic checkerboard shit. Like they're going at it with each other. The Roman Empire never went away. It just expanded. They created pronouns such as white people to disband the Roman Empire. Well, let's just go ahead and look at the U.S. Census definition of white people. And it is Europe, Middle East, and North Africa. Oh, look at that, dude. The definition of white. Europe, the Middle East, North Africa. Okay. And what does this have to do with anything, right? And that map right there looks a lot like the this map. It kind of looks like this map as well. Color pronouns. Now you're falling for gender ones, bro. Now you guys are falling for gender pronouns. That's crazy. But yeah, back to the eye of the providence, right? That's where I was. Where I got pulled away to the definition of black and white people that were invented. The eye of providence is like the supreme. The eye of providence. Let's go look at the Israel. It's so crazy. This is insane. Look at this. Look at how much Google censors your information. People talking about China censoring your information. Dude, this is Google censoring your information crazy heavily right here, dude. Go ahead and look at the images real quick. I bet I'm not going to find a picture. I didn't find a picture of it. Let's go over to a Russian website. And let's look up the exact same phrase. Crazy. Crazy, dude. Here it is. There's a Supreme Court of Israel. The Eye of Providence. Isn't that wild? Then you go look into other things like the Freemason staircase and shit like that. And you're like, pyramids, huh? And then isn't the Israel Bank the design an inverted pyramid? Right here. The design resembles an inverted pyramid. So what's going on? When Uranus enters things, pause. When Uranus moves into something, wars happen. But then when it moves into Gemini, major wars happen. The American Revolution, the Civil War, and the World War II. All happened when Uranus went into Gemini. Now this year, on June 25th, I want to say Uranus goes into Gemini, or the 20th. So buckle the fuck up. I've been saying that we're getting into war. I talked to a couple people in the military. They're like, yeah, we're definitely gearing up to war. They kind of know. Yeah. So war is probably going to happen. The question is, do we enact a draft this? I feel like we enact a draft next year. I feel like they're going to pop off on the war. It's going to be like World War II or the other one where something big's going to happen. Because those other wars that I mentioned, they were something called a draft in the ones that I mentioned. So maybe, let's just connect dots. Let's just say, right, let's just have an open mind and just say it is possible. Let's just say that pattern recognition, right, which is what IQ is all based on. Right, and I'm noticing these patterns. Let's just say that history doesn't repeat, right? But it rhymes. And this is one of those things where it's going to rhyme. I feel like it's 100% going to rhyme, where it's going to be like, wow, look, another world war as Andrew Pike's letter. Oh my god, I got to go to Yandex for this shit because Google's censoring this stuff so heavily. It's literally here, the World War III. All of it's here. All of the things that have been going on for the last couple hundred years, major wars, all laid out here. I mean, the fact that he predicted the World War I and II to the T, and why they were being fought for, the birth of Israel. This is all in the letters, but people want to think that Kanye West's new song isn't propaganda, and all these European Americans I used to train with got their switch tilted on. Like, they don't cancel authors for telling lies. They cancel authors for telling the truth. This is a great on why they created color pronoun people and how easy it is for them to manipulate white people as it is black people. And this is 100% a thing. If you go look at a bunch of cop movies, why does the like Lethal Weapon, why does he have to be a hotshot, do whatever he wants, free spirit type of person, and then you got Gibbs doing everything by the book. You have all of this psychological programming made to tilt and trigger you people just as those people. You're telling me that American people read 17 books on average? Reading comments of social media, does that count? Comic books? Smut novels? What are we counting here, dude? Anime? Are those books? If you're counting anime, I can kind of see this being 17 books, but anyways, back to this. Yeah, they don't cancel authors for writing books that tell too much truth, right? You can write about fictional beings and fine, you get a pass. You pass some stuff about things like usury, left and right, black and white, red versus blue, crypt versus blood, same. Catholics versus Protestants, Islam versus Muslim. King Bolan literally flipped a coin and decided that they were all going to be Jewish. I have met people that are of the Balkan variety that say that they were forced to accept Judaism and they consider themselves to be Jewish now. Meanwhile, telling me that their family members died rejecting that shit, but his family accepted it. And all of a sudden, he's proud of that shit, dude. Your family just got bent over, taken over, and you're now glazing the people that took all of your shit. For what reason, dude? Fake history you've been told? But yeah, usury is this is the great fall of Rome and how they brought forth the currency. Usury. And I believe that what they're doing right now is the same thing, but they're going to do the same concept with digital currency. I think this is why we're having the major war. World War II happened for a specific reason. Banks. Civil War happened for a specific reason. Banks. The American Revolution happened for a specific reason. Banks. So, yeah, I think that's all I gotta say about this stuff. I don't really want to cover too much other stuff because I'll get in trouble. I really did enjoy, though, I will leave you on one cliffhanger. I really did enjoy Life with Rampage Jackson. Life, Rampage Jackson. I really like this one because, where's his channel? Right here, dude. The cloning arc, bro. Because, I'm old enough to remember when Raha Jackson's Instagram page used to read clone of Rampage Jackson, cloned in Deutschland, Germany. That's what his profile read. That's why I had that movie, They Cloned Tyrone. I have, what was the other ones? Fields. Human. It was Replica. There was that show, but there was a few other things. But anyways, yeah, we're headed in this crazy direction. What I think is insane is there's some crazy conspiracy theorists in the 90s saying that, or in the 80s, saying that they're going to have us wearing technologies, digital technologies that are going to start implementing mind control things, and they're not going to use an invasive surgery. That's why they have the whole like Neuralink, is so they let you know that you don't need to do that. You can take these small incremental steps wearing the Ray-Bans with the glasses that causes cancer, right? The radio frequencies are not good for you. That's why I try to stick to wired headphones all the time. But yeah, They Cloned Tyrone. You go look into the name of this and his son's Instagram page and other shows about cloning, and you start realizing that maybe politicians aren't. And George Washington. right? I talk about the black and white, the Freemasons. I tell you to look into this shit. There's clear evidence of all of this being real. But yeah, who controls the Freemason? And what happened to the anti-Freemason Party of America when they were gaining notoriety, when the Americans realized that they were being lied to and deceived by the Freemasons, which led to a rise of the anti-Freemason Party, which was led by William Morgan. There it is. I'm so glad I still remember this shit. William Morgan, who all of a sudden disappeared. But yeah, go look into this shit. But with that, I bid you guys adieu. Have a great one. Remember to like, subscribe, share, leave a comment about stuff you want me to talk about, because I know a lot of shit, and me picking a subject to talk about doesn't really work well. The reason why my Twitch stream, live streaming works so well is I would go off of the things that you sent me. So feel free to leave a comment. I'm not big enough to not read all of my comments, so just leave a comment about stuff you want me to talk about, and I'll do that. But with that, let's just talk about... Oh, one last thing. DJ Academic's going wild right now, but let's talk about this shit right here. He posted.
It's my life and I'll kill you.
Yeah, but
No, I will kill you if you don't show me right now. I will kill you and I will hide you and I will cut you up and put you in the dirt.
So all of this AI stuff is happening because the P. Diddy and Jay-Z footage is going to start to leak. And then pretty soon the government's going to have to step in. They're like, whoa, deepfakes are a thing. We need a federal, not just federal, international commission, executive commission that will oversee all deepfakes and AI shit, right? Kind of like the Humpty Dumpty Institute back when they were protecting women and children from being trafficked in human and sex traffic work. And it was headed by none other than Jeffrey Epstein's blood brother, Mark Epstein. And they did a lot of covering it up. Go to Yandex and let's type in Mark Epstein Humpty Dumpty Institute. God, I can't. There it is. Right there. It's literally right. They erased this shit from Google. That's how censored our internet is. Yeah, it's a completely different mission now. It's as if the whole women sex trafficking shit never fucking happened. It 100% happened, dude. And if you don't think the Pope is involved, bro, Pope's got a, knows.